Hi and welcome to Basics 2, and I know this looks just like how my last video ended, and that is because I'm picking up right where I left off. So if you've had any questions, I haven't had a chance to answer them yet on here. I will try to get to you in the comment section. Second basics, as you can see from the title, and like I said before, is going to be the magic circle and increases. So again, usually I would use this, but so you can see the definition, I'll be using a much bigger one. This is a 7mm, and this is why, again, I go by millimeters on my hooks and not the sizing like this, is because not all of them have that, but all of them have this. Otherwise, how would you know what they look like? And ignore my hands. I've been cleaning, and also I'm a crafter, so I just leave my nails short, but I've been cleaning today because I've had a 5-day vacation. So my nails are looking rough. Not that they usually look any better, but oh well. So with the magic circle, okay, so I'm going to do my best to explain this. So you're gonna go around, okay? You're just gonna around your fingers. You're gonna hold that with these fingers. You're gonna go under. You're gonna pull this through. You're just gonna slip your fingers out. Over, under, and I do one chain. So just in case you missed that, let's do it again. Right? Because this can be confusing if you don't know what you're doing. So you're just gonna simply go around your fingers. Oop. Around your fingers twice, and then hold, under, snatch that right up. You can hold that, and again, hold it the way I taught you in the first video, or however you've learned to hold it. It literally doesn't matter. You're gonna grab this, pull that through, and you can do one little chain to hold everything in place. And what this is going to do is, as you go around it, you'll be able to pull this tight, and I'll show you that in a minute. So we're just going to do, I usually like to, for my middle circle, have either 6 or 10, because I feel like that works the best. So let's go ahead and just do 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull nice and tight, pull this one nice and tight, keep pulling. Ugh, all tangled. And then you'll have kind of a circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this first one right here, you will go in. Goodness, if I can get it. You're going to chain 1. And then in that same one, you're going to put 2. 1, 2, and then the next one, 1, 2. This is the same if you were to do 10. You do 2 in every one. So the first one's always singles, and then the second row is always 2 in every one, so that it is nice and round. Done, you should have 12. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Perfect. You're going to chain. There we go. We're going to chain again. So usually the way it goes is you do single or a row of just regular crochet, double it in every one, and then depending on the circle you're doing, you can do a row of increase and then a regular row, row of increase, regular row, row of increase, so on and so forth. Or again, depending on what you're doing, you can do just keep increasing every row. So I'm just going to show you how to do one regular one. This is just going to be one all the way around. And again, you want to increase to keep it flat. If you're trying to make some kind of like cup-shaped thing, bowl-shaped thing, basket, whatever, that's when you stop decreasing altogether and you can just keep going. Or later I'll show you just in one loop instead of two, so it will bend better. It'll make sense later, I promise. Getting ahead of myself. Let's count rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Perfect. We'll go in here. Because I'm using this bigger one, it is wanting to kind of curve on me a little bit. It's not wanting to be flat. But you could continue like that, where you do increase, regular, increase, regular, increase, regular. But the increases, the way they're going to go is you just did 2 in every one. So in the next one, you're going to do 1, and then you're going to do 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, all the way around. I'll meet you right back here. Now that we're back here, you go in the first one, round and usually with increases you start with 1 and your last one should be 2, chain 1, and then for the next one, let's just pretend we've already done one regular row if that's what you're doing. Otherwise, you can skip it and do your next increase, which will be 1, 1, and then 2. And you'll do that with every time you go up 1. So the next row, let's just pretend we've already gone all the way around and we're at our next row. It will be 1, 1, 1, and then 1, 2, and so on and so forth. You'll just keep adding 1 as you move, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. And then let's show you a spiral now. Okay, so for a spiral, you will need something to mark your spot. You can use a stitch counter. I'm using one of my clip-on earrings. Most of the time I'll use bobby pins, safety pins, little hair clip things. Literally anything will work that can mark your spot. Other little tiny pieces of string you can weave through there and use. Literally anything. If you don't have hair, so you don't have any clips, or you just don't want to get up. Sometimes when I don't want to get up and I'm comfy on the couch, I'll just cut up little pieces of string and use those for my stitch counters. You can use whatever you have. So again, magic circle, hold, that is not dirt, that is a vein. So you're going to go, and I'm going to do 6 around again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. I'm going to pull that nice and tight. And this time, instead of going in and chaining, you want to mark this so you know that this is where you end or start, however you want to look at it. You'll just stick that in. And that will mark your spot. So you're just gonna pretend like you've already gone on here because it's a spiral. So you're going to go straight in here, but you're not going to chain. You're gonna immediately start single crochet. And this is what I use for my hats, so there are no seams, because otherwise if you chain you have a seam. And immediately do a crochet. You're gonna go 2 in the first one, and then 2 in every one all the way around. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and now you've come here, so you can remove your stitch marker. Maybe. I'm gonna do 2. And right now I'm showing you this with single crochet. You can do these with single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, treble. My hats I do with half double crochet because they're nice and sturdy, but for the sake of this video I'm showing you with a nice easy single crochet. So again, 2 in every one. You can see it kind of looks a little like a shell. So you're going to, whoop. Again, I'm looking at this through my viewfinder on my camera, not actually looking at my hands, so it's a little difficult. So I've marked that. And so I'm just going to do increases again. Again, like I said previously, you can do 1 all the way around and then increase, 1 all the way around, increase. I'm just going to do increases to work this up faster and to show you. So I would do 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, and just like with the regular all the way around one, end with 2. And you may be asking, well, when I get done, what do I do about this gap? Like this. Go on to the next one. You can do a nice chain. Oop. Chain. And you can immediately just chain 2, cut and pull, and it would be nice and round. Or like I do when I'm doing my half double crochets, I work it down. I'm gonna go ahead and do a half double crochet in the last few so you can get the idea of what I'm talking about. Because when these are taller, they are a lot harder to hide. Because see, much more of a gap, much more shell-like. So what I would do is I would do a single crochet and then a slip stitch, which is kind of like a single crochet, it's just a little shorter. So instead of going through here and then pulling this through, I don't do that at all, and I take the one I pulled through and I go through like that, and then I would just chain, chain, snip, pull, and I will make a little knot, which I will show you the little knot in just a moment. Okay. So I didn't want to waste a lot of yarn, so I did a small sample. So you've gotten to the end. This works the same with a round as it does with just a flat one. So you've gotten done, and you can use the hook you're using, or you can use a much smaller hook. I'll go ahead and use a much smaller hook because it is a lot more seamless. There are other ways to do this that make it more seamless. This is just a nice, again, basic. You're gonna chain, chain, pull a little. Make sure you have enough to weave in. You're gonna cut it, and then you're gonna that's how you tighten it, and then you can just weave in your ends, and then you're done. If you need to know how to weave in your ends, I'm sure you can find a video for that easily on YouTube. If not, I'll have another video where I'm showing you a different way of doing a start row that isn't single crochet, that'll also weave in your ends. And then also, now that you know all the basics you need to know to make the hats and the other stuff I make that people requested video tutorials for, I will get on to that now that you know everything you need to know. And again, if you have any questions, please ask them down below, or reach out to me on here through messages, or you can reach out to me on Instagram, which I will have linked. And I hope to hear from you soon. I hope you have a good time, and see you next time. Bye!